Welcome to Bashinator Unleashed. Welcome to my soccer video. I will be predicting the upcoming soccer games this upcoming weekend, and I will also be recapping my previous predictions video for soccer matches. Starting this Friday on April 4th, we have Genoa versus Udinese. I will be picking Genoa in this game. Again, like I said in the previous video, always like to bet double chance whenever I'm picking a team for soccer. So I will choose Genoa to win or tie in this game. Genoa currently sit mid-table. I know Udinese is fighting for relegation. They're probably like second or third from the relegation zone. Genoa should be the favorite to win this fight, as they are, or should be the favorite to win this game. They're currently home, so they do have the home field advantage, and I doubt Udinese can get the win away at Genoa. They are pretty poor in their last 5 games. They only have 1 win, and Genoa have about 4 wins in their last 5. So Genoa definitely have the momentum, and I would definitely be going with Genoa in this game. Moving on to the next game, which would be on Saturday, April 5th, we have Monza versus Como. I'll be going with Como in this game. They are the away side. Como started off this season horribly. They are coached by Cesc Fabregas, the famous Spanish midfielder. Como were like last place for the first 3 months of the season. They did pick up some form, and especially within the past 2 months, they've actually gotten some pretty good results against some of the better teams in the league. They've fought all the way up to like 11th or 13th place, something like that, pretty mid-table. They're playing Monza, who is last. Monza is home, but Monza have just been so poor. They've barely gotten any wins. Their best results have been ties, and I don't see Monza beating Como, who actually have been pretty good of recent. If anything, I would say maybe under 3.5 goals, or you could just go with the Como double chance, which is winner tie. That should be the safe bet on that one. Moving on, we have Mainz versus Holstein Kiel. Mainz did screw us on last weekend, but I'll go back to that in the recap. I still will pick Mainz in this game. They did lose to Dortmund their last game 3-1, but Holstein Kiel have been pretty poor all season. They're probably like 16th, 15th place right now. Pretty up and down out of the relegation zone. Mainz are currently like 5th, so they're still at the top of the table, even though they did lose to Dortmund. No shame in that. Mainz double chance is about minus 450, so that's still pretty good value against one of the lower end teams in the table. So Mainz should be a safe bet in that game. The next game I have marked is Real Madrid versus Valencia. I will be obviously going with Real Madrid, the home side in this game. They are probably my favorite soccer team, so obviously I'm going to have bias towards them always. But they are obviously one of the best teams in the world, so they obviously do usually win. Valencia, they used to be good. As of the past few years, they've not been very good. They're currently like 8th or 9th in the league. Real Madrid's fighting for first place. Real Madrid is going to be too high to just bet on for the double chance. You're going to be like minus 1,000. So I'd say Real Madrid over 1.5 goals, which is just basically like the home side if you do it on the sports books. Home team to score over 1.5 goals, and you'll get about minus 300 odds on that. They do usually score over 2 goals every game. I know this last game against Real Sociedad yesterday, they were winning, then they got scored on, 2 more times, so they're losing 3-1, and then they were able to score twice within like 3 minutes. So they're always live, they're always scoring. Real Madrid to get over 1.5 goals is a very safe bet in this game. The next game we have PSG versus Angers in Ligue 1, which is the French league. PSG, I'll also do the same bet as the Real Madrid one, over 1.5 goals for the home team. PSG's flying to the victory in League 1. They're currently first place by like 18 points, so it's pretty much already decided. Angers is horrible. They're like 18th in the French league. PSG, I think Dembele, their striker, he's actually gotten very good this season. He's never been that good. He always had hype. He was on Barcelona. He was on other big teams, Dortmund. And he did kind of have some hype, and then he'd flop. He went to Paris, and he's been the main man. He scores every game almost. He has shots on target. Every time I'm looking at a PSG game, I'm looking for Dembele, shots on target, or goal. Honestly, very safe, very good bet. It's usually minus 100 or plus money. So Dembele, shot on target, goal is always good, or just the PSG to win. You could borderline put the money line. You know I like the double chance, but PSG should just outright win this game. I doubt Angers even gets a tie in this one. The next game we have Las Palmas versus Real Sociedad. Real Sociedad will be my pick. Las Palmas did. Who did they play last game? They played Verona, I believe, and they actually got a surprising. No, they played Getafe, and they won 2-1. They got scored on first, and then they were able to score consecutively on Getafe to get the win. That did screw me. I did have Getafe to win, but I do think Las Palmas did get kind of lucky, and Real Sociedad, who did just come off barely losing to Real Madrid, and they have been pretty good all season. I think they're like 7th or 6th place. Las Palmas is close to the bottom. Even though Real Sociedad's the away side, they do have Kubo, the Japanese winger, who is electric every time he gets the ball. He's always hurting defenses, always making runs in behind, and Sociedad should be the good bet to win, or you can do the 1.5 goals for the away side in this game. Next, the second to last pick I have is Torino versus Hellas Verona in the Italian league. I will pick Torino in this game. Kind of similar to Como, they did start very poor in the season. They were at the bottom with Como and Monza, except Monza has stayed there. Torino, like Como, has fought their way all the way up to like 8th place. They've been actually really good. They do have some good players, actually. I'm surprised they were at the bottom. But as of their past 10 games, they have like one loss. So Torino should be the safe bet. They're home in this game. I don't see Verona getting a win away from home. They're probably going to get a tie at best. Torino have been getting a lot of wins or ties, so you could possibly bet the plus 250 tie on this game. That'll be my big underdog play, but Torino to win or tie, double chance, safe bet. Let's rock with that. And the last game of the weekend is Inter Miami versus Toronto on Sunday, which I believe is April 5th. They are playing in Miami. Messi and Suarez, Busquets and Alba, they just seem to be getting the best of every MLS team. It's annoying. Again, I don't like Barcelona. I'm a Real Madrid fan. I don't like any of it, honestly. The four of them doing good. It's annoying. I wish Ronaldo and the Saudi League was more viewable in the U.S. It's like hard to see. You never get to watch the games. You only get to see like the AFC Champions Leagues games. So I'm stuck with Messi in the MLS on Apple TV, robbing my money every year. Messi usually scores every game, which is annoying. He's playing crap players in the MLS, so it's not impressive. Looking at their forms recently, Miami's been winning. Toronto's been losing every game. The obvious pick is Miami. Double chance is going to be too high. You can pick Miami to win, which is going to be fair. Or you could do tie no bet. You'll get a little better odds, but if they tie, you'll just get your money back. Still a very safe bet in my opinion. I don't see Toronto going to Miami and getting the win. Whether Messi plays or not, he's always robbing fans of their money by not saying to the fans before the games if he's going to play or not. So people spend thousands of dollars to come to away games, watch Messi play, and they don't get to watch him. They watch Robert Taylor on the wing. So not a fan of Messi, not a fan of Miami, but if I have to pick, I'll go with Miami tie no bet. Again, I like playing it safer, so we'll walk with Miami tie no bet. That should be the safe bet. That will bring an end to my picks for this upcoming weekend, April 4th through April 6th soccer games. The first one was Genoa versus Udinese on the 4th, ending with Inter Miami versus Toronto on the 6th. Now I will be recapping my previous video of predictions for soccer games. I will be giving my results. I did have a pretty good weekend. Starting with the first one, it was Real Sociedad versus Real Valladolid. I bet the over 1.5 for the home side, Real Sociedad, and they were able to score twice. So that bet did cash. The next bet was Espanyol versus Atletico Madrid Espanyol versus Atletico Madrid. I bet Julian Alvarez to have a shot on target. Unfortunately, he did not play that game, so that bet was just voided. Did not win, did not lose. The next bet was Real Madrid versus Leganés. My bet was the same as the Sociedad one for the home side to score over 1.5 goals. Real Madrid were able to do that. They scored 3 goals, I believe, so that bet cashed. The next one was Borussia Mönchengladbach versus RB Leipzig. Unfortunately, that was my first loss of the weekend. I did bet Leipzig win or tie, and unfortunately, Borussia Mönchengladbach did get the win of 1-0. First loss of the weekend, not too bad. Next was Wolfsburg versus Heidenheim. Unfortunately, that was my second loss of the weekend. I did bet Wolfsburg to win or tie, and unfortunately, Heidenheim did get the away win 1-0. Next was Hoffenheim versus Augsburg. That was a win for me. I did bet Augsburg to win or tie, and that match ended with a tie, so that was a win. Next was Barcelona versus Girona. I actually gave you guys two bets on this one. One was Rafinha to get a shot on target. Unfortunately, he did not play, so that bet was just voided. Although I did give you another bet of Barcelona to win, just straight money line, which they did win 4-1. So we'll count that as a win because I did win that one, like I told you guys. Next was Bilbao, which is Athletic Club Bilbao versus Osasuna. I said Bilbao would win or tie. And I said Bilbao tie, no bet. So actually on this one, it was just voided. I didn't win anything. I didn't lose anything. It was just voided as it was a tie, no bet. The next one was the last one, Real Betis versus Sevilla. I did say Real Betis should win or tie, and they did get the win on this game. So I did have a pretty good weekend. I believe I was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 correct. I did have 3 voided, and then I did have the 2 lost. So not too bad. 6 wins, 2 incorrect, 3 just got your money back. I look forward to making my next video. Please like and subscribe, and I will be giving my predictions for the upcoming soccer matches for next weekend within the next few days, and then I'll also be recapping these picks as well. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I look forward to making my next video.